In this 10-minute video, we dive into Carl Jung's teachings to explore the ego as an alarm, not an enemy. Through psychological insights, relatable stories, and actionable advice, you'll learn to listen to your ego, integrate your shadow, and embrace self-discovery, reflect on your inner world and take steps toward personal growth with this empowering guide. Hey there! Have you ever felt like your ego is holding you back? Like it's this loud, stubborn voice keeping you stuck in pride or fear? What if I told you your ego isn't the villain, it's more like an alarm trying to protect you, but sometimes ringing at the wrong moments? Today, we're diving into a powerful idea inspired by Carl Jung, the legendary psychologist who taught us that true growth comes from understanding the hidden parts of ourselves. This isn't just about psychology, it's about you, your life, and how you can start listening to that inner alarm in a way that sets you free. So, grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's explore why your ego is not the enemy, but a signal pointing you toward wholeness. Part 1. What is the ego, really? Let's start with the basics. When we talk about the ego, most of us picture this arrogant, self-centered part of ourselves. But Carl Jung had a different view. He saw the ego as the conscious part of your mind, the you that navigates the world, makes decisions, and says, "This is who I am." It's like the captain of your ship, steering through life's storms. But here's the thing, the ego isn't perfect. It's not the whole ship, just the part above the water. Below the surface lies your unconscious, full of emotions, memories, and parts of yourself you might not even know exist. Jung believed the ego is like an alarm system. It lights up when something feels off, when you're hurt, threatened, or out of alignment. Think about it. When was the last time you got defensive in an argument, or felt that pang of jealousy? That's your ego sounding the alarm, saying, "Hey, something's not right here." The problem is, we often ignore or fight that alarm, instead of listening to what it's trying to tell us. So, let's ask, what's your ego been signaling lately? What's it trying to protect you from? Part 2. The shadow and why it matters. Now, here's where Jung's ideas get really interesting. He taught that the unconscious holds what he called the shadow, the parts of yourself you don't want to see, your fears, your insecurities, the traits you're ashamed of. Maybe it's the anger you suppress, the neediness you hide, or the ambition you're scared to admit. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Heavy, right? Your ego and your shadow are like two sides of a coin. The ego wants to keep things safe and familiar, so it pushes the shadow away. But ignoring the shadow doesn't make it disappear, it just gets louder, showing up in ways you might not expect, like self-sabotage or lashing out at someone you love. I'll share a quick story. A friend of mine kept getting into toxic relationships. She'd blame the other person every time, but when she started looking at her shadow, her fear of being alone, she realized her ego was pushing her to stay in bad situations just to feel safe. So, here's a question for you. What part of you have you been ignoring? What's in your shadow that your ego's trying to protect you from? Take a moment to think about it. Maybe it's a fear, a doubt, or even a dream you've buried. Part 3. Listening to the alarm. So, if the ego's an alarm and the shadow's what it's guarding, how do we work with them? Jung's answer lies in a process he called individuation. The journey to becoming your true, whole self. It's not about destroying your ego or pretending your shadow doesn't exist. It's about listening to both and finding balance. Here are 3 actionable steps to start doing that today. 1. Notice the alarm without judgment. Next time you feel defensive, jealous, or insecure, don't push it away. Ask yourself, what's my ego trying to protect right now? Maybe you're scared of failing, or maybe you're craving validation. Just notice it, name it. That simple act of awareness starts to quiet the alarm. 2. Have a conversation with your shadow. Jung believed the unconscious speaks to us through dreams, emotions, And even those random moments of clarity. Try this. Write a letter to your shadow and ask it, what do you want me to know? It sounds weird, but it's powerful. You might uncover a fear or desire you've been ignoring. I tried this once and realized I was terrified of disappointing people, so I started setting better boundaries. 3. Take small steps toward integration. Integrating your shadow doesn't mean becoming someone new overnight. It's about small, brave choices. If you're scared of being too much, maybe share an opinion you've been holding back. If you hide your vulnerability, try opening up to someone you trust. These steps help your ego and shadow work together, not against each other. Let me give you a real-world example. I used to struggle with perfectionism. My ego would scream, if it's not perfect, it's not worth doing. But when I dug deeper, I found my shadow was hiding a fear of being judged. Once I saw that, I could start taking imperfect action, like posting a video that wasn't perfect but was real. What's one small step you could take to listen to your ego's alarm and face your shadow? Part 4. The path to wholeness. Jung believed true wholeness comes when we stop fighting ourselves. Your ego isn't the enemy, it's a guide, pointing you toward the parts of yourself that need attention. By listening to it, you start a journey of self-discovery that leads to what Jung called self-actualization, becoming the fullest, truest version of you. This isn't about being flawless. It's about being real. It's about saying, I'm human. I have fears, desires, and messy parts, and that's okay. When you embrace that, you stop living on autopilot. You start making choices that align with who you really are. So, let me ask you, what would it look like for you to choose yourself today? To listen to that inner alarm and trust it's leading you somewhere meaningful. We've covered a lot today, haven't we? We've talked about how your ego isn't the enemy, it's an alarm trying to guide you toward growth. We've explored Jung's idea of the shadow and how facing it can set you free. And we've shared practical steps to start that journey right now. So, here's my challenge to you. This week, take one small step to listen to your ego's alarm. Maybe it's journaling about a feeling you've been avoiding, or having a tough conversation you've been putting off. Whatever it is, trust that it's part of your path to wholeness. If this resonated with you, hit that like button, it really helps the channel grow. And drop a comment below. What's one thing your ego's been trying to tell you lately? I read every single one, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into becoming your truest self. Until next time, keep listening to that inner alarm, it's leading you exactly where you need to go.